Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of All in Our Business Podcast, the show where we discuss hot and controversial relationship topics while sharing our love journey along the way. It's your boy TC,
And it's your girl Kiki.
and we back at it one more again, as they say, one more again. What we got, baby? We ain't got no shout outs today, right?
Not this week,
right,
but let's get into the topic.
Okay, we got this one, as I think we told y'all last week, is going to be really personal.
Very near and dear to our heart.
Very near and dear, and we ain't gonna hold no punches, as they say.
We not?
No, I'm gonna be about as transparent as I can, baby. Because I think it will help somebody who has dealt with what I've dealt with, and vice versa.
Definitely.
I think you will be able to help some people who have dealt with what you dealt with.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, on today's topic, today's podcast, we're talking about loving again after a loss or divorce. This topic is definitely, as we mentioned, near and dear to our hearts. Several people have reached out to us and have asked some of the questions that we're going to address today. So we just asked you, lean in, hold your hearts, be ready for...
Get some tissue just in case.
Yeah, get ready for a word. And we just pray that God just use us in the next few minutes to just help someone else. Because I think things that you endure along your journey isn't always for yourself, but it's to help someone else.
To help somebody else. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think all the tears that we've cried and everything that we've endured has solely been for ourselves.
So, hasn't. Has not.
We both have dealt with finding love again in our lives. And while that has been truly amazing, before that, we never knew if we ever would experience this again. So to be in this space, number one, it's a true blessing. Number two is something that I think daily we pray for, whether it's morning or night. We pray and we just thank God for it, to be able to have a connection in which we have, and a soulmate love the second time around just feels like
extremely special.
Yeah. So we are overjoyed, truly, by it, and beyond grateful for it.
I would second that.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And
grateful.
I think because of our loss, it has caused us to be even more appreciative for what we do have.
Oh, yep.
So
That
we've
is
learned to
very true.
just slow down the relationship and appreciate the small things that I think sometimes, or at least I know for myself previously, I probably overlooked. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So before we get into it, can you give us a good scripture? Do you have anything?
I got you, baby.
Okay.
Colossians 3:14 reads, "And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity."
I love it.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, let's start, baby. Let's start with the beginning.
All right. So let's start at the beginning.
Let's just acknowledge that finding love again is hard. It's terrifying. For me, it was terrifying because I had been married 19 years. Being with one person, I didn't want to be out dating, trying to find love again. I did not. And several my friends asked, "So are you thinking about dating again?" And this was after what, maybe a year and a half after my wife passed.
Were you thinking about it at that particular time?
I was not. And I asked, it's funny because I asked both of the boys, and one said yes and one said no, you're fine with. And I was kind of like them in limbo. Like, I don't know if I want to do that again.
It just didn't feel right at that
I
moment.
don't know if I had the energy for it. And with the women that are out here, I don't know if I had the energy for that.
Wait a minute.
I'm not talking about you.
I ain't talking about me either, but I'm just giving kudos to my good women out here. There's some good women out here now.
Okay.
Watch it now.
I didn't run into them until I ran into you.
Well, it was meant to be. Stop running. What's the song? Running. No, you don't need to be running no more.
So, I mean, if there's any listeners out there who lost a loved one, I'm sure you understand what I mean by that. It's terrifying. You literally don't know if you're capable of it. You don't know if you can do it again.
When did that become your thought process? When did you start thinking, do I need to try to find or date again? Did you even think about love when you're initially dating, or were you just thinking about just let me go out here and just try to date? Like, what was your process?
Honestly, I wasn't thinking about that at all. So the situation that came up, I didn't even consider it dating, to be honest with you.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
No, I'm just gonna be honest.
What was it then?
I'm going.
What was it?
I said I was gonna be honest and transparent.
Yeah. What was it?
No, listen, baby.
I can't. Just say one word. What was it?
I'm trying to get to it. If you let me get to it,
Say
you
the one
clearing
word.
your throat.
Say the one word. Let me clear my throat. What's the one
First,
word? What
Paul,
was it, babe? No, you can't deflect.
I'm not deflecting. I'm trying to say what I'm gonna say.
See what I'm saying, y'all?
It was
one word.
No, it's not one word.
It
baby.
is.
It's not. This was a old friend, an old roommate in college. That's what it was. I'm just being honest. I was not thinking about it in that way or in that life. I'm being honest. You can violate all you want. Don't do me like that.
So what was the situationship? What was it? Because you said it wasn't a relationship. It wasn't dating. So what was it? It was just benefits. She was just reaping your benefits?
No, it wasn't reaping of benefits.
Oh, it wasn't?
It wasn't.
You cracking up laughing. I ain't seeing smile all day.
I smiled the moment you walked in the house. Don't do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't do me like that.
So
baby.
what was it, baby?
You ain't see that gift on the bed?
I did. Thank you
So
so
did I
very
not
much.
smile when you came in the house?
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank you, baby. So no, and
It was just sexual exchange.
No, let me finish. I'll give you the whole backstory if that's
We
what
don't
you
need
want.
all that.
No, I think it's part of what needs to be told.
I don't think
For
so.
brief, and without giving much detail.
Okay.
So, Thanksgiving.
No, go
No,
back.
no.
So after being single again for how many years? A year and a half?
About that, yeah.
2 years?
About a year and a half.
Okay.
18 months, something like that. Whatever
18 months. An old roommate that you shared a room with or house with reached out
she was
to
in the
you
house.
and said, "Hey, we're trying to create a reunion, a class reunion."
That was not it.
And next thing you
No.
know, she got the draws. And
Here we go. Pause. That was not how it happened. So y'all, as you can hear her, she putting yeast on stuff. So no, seriously. So she was I think she was coming into Maryland for the holiday. And just reached out. And when I responded to her, she didn't know my wife had passed. Seriously. So she didn't know. So she was like, I thought I heard something about that, but I didn't know if that was it. I didn't know if that was true or not. So I was like, nah, blah, blah, blah. So I told her what happened. And she was like, well, I'll be in town. You want to maybe go? Just listen.
No, so now that I'm thinking about this, was she trying to get with you when your wife, if she didn't know that she passed away and she was saying she's in Maryland, was she had still caught up with you if your wife was still here?
I assumed, yeah.
So she still wanted to have sex with you even though you were married?
Not the sex part, babe.
That's the only intent that she had,
that
right?
was not.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. What was the intent?
Here we go. So the intent was just we went out, had dinner, nothing to it, just dinner. And then she went back to her hotel. I went home.
Night one.
That was here in Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Then what happened?
And then, we started texting or whatever on the phone. No big deal. Nothing to it. And then she was like, she was trying to get me to come up there. And I think it was like around, it had to be in December because I was probably going to a bowl game. But I caught COVID, so I ended up not going to the bowl game. We bust that tail, too, so I was mad. But we won the game. I'm talking about we won the game, baby. So eventually I made it up there. I was like, okay, well, I owe you since I didn't come up there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to come to Jersey. Can I finish? So I'm going to come to Jersey, hang with you, right? Not thinking anything of it. Period. End of that. So that's the story. Now, things happened after that, but initially I was not thinking about dating. I was not thinking about love again. I was just like, okay, an old friend. Thinking somebody I can just kind of talk to, somebody I know. So wasn't thinking nothing like that.
Until she opened her legs and you just started thinking totally different.
Here we go.
You just had no thought at all. And then when the legs spread wide open, oh, Lord.
Here we go.
Is that what happened?
That's not what happened.
Okay, so you should have ran away.
Babe, I'm in a hotel. How am I running away if that's what I'm supposed to be staying?
You put your pants back on and you leave.
My pants were actually on.
Well, you're zipping them back up, sir.
Here we go. This is not where we're supposed to be going with this, baby. So, moving forward, it didn't work out. Plain and simple. as you can see, I'm
Because
with
it was
my...
just what? Friends with benefits.
No,
Or were y'all
baby.
even friends? No.
Yes, we were friends.
Y'all
baby.
just had benefits going on.
Here we go. So now, as you can see, I'm with my baby.
But baby, you said you wanted to tell the story because it has some relevance, and I don't understand it.
What do you don't
What was the
understand?
importance of telling the story? To say what? You felt like you was open to dating, and that's what you were trying to do with her?
No, that's what I was saying. I was not open to dating. I wasn't thinking about dating. I was just going to hang out with a friend.
Oh,
that's
I see
how
what
I
you're
looked
saying.
at it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I said. I never went, me and her gonna be dating. Or I'm dating somebody else. Or I'm looking to try to pursue people.
Okay.
That was not the thought process at all.
However, didn't you make the statement to me that you felt like whatever this thing was that y'all did, it did put you
after
in a
the first
space
time,
that you
I-
felt like you were able then to start dating?
Yeah,
Is that
I did
correct?
say that. I did say that.
Okay. Got you.
But initially that was not the thought process. Initially that was not the plan.
So you think you rushed that?
I don't know if I rushed it because it was a minute. It wasn't like it was.
No, I'm not saying like it was just a month and y'all were done with anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like if you knew you weren't at a space to really.
Well, I'd say this, and this is just me. So people who have grieved and lost a loved one, you don't know what you feel until you feel it. That's how I saw it. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what I felt until I felt it. And that's just being honest. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, I'm going to start dating. Oh, I'm going to try to find somebody I can talk to. Mm-hmm. That's not the process.
Right.
The way that happened, it just kind of happened. It wasn't planned. It wasn't, oh, here, let me do this, let me do this. Uh-huh. No.
It wasn't your beauty. It was your booty.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to woo. No, seriously, I wasn't trying to woo her. I wasn't courting.
None of that.
It was none of that. It was just, okay, this is an old roommate. We can chill. We can talk. I literally went to Jersey the first time with no thought process of doing anything.
Mm-hmm. So you did the do, and then you went back for number 2.
I told you I went back for number 2 because I was like, let's see what.
Right, ladies.
Here we go.
Right.
Let's see where this goes. And you heard me say this. I've said this numerous times. From that second time, I was like, let's see what this is. Now, by the third time, now we to the point where, okay, I already know this is nothing. This is not going to go any further than where it went so far. Right. If not, I would have been what?
I don't know what you would have
I
been
wouldn't
doing.
be with you if that's
Still
the case.
got the draws, baby.
Here we go. It ain't about the draws, baby.
So what did that situation...
I ain't Tommy from Martin.
What did that situation teach you? Did it teach you anything?
It taught me that the game is a little bit different now.
What do you mean?
The ladies want what they want.
Okay. So let me ask you seriously.
So
if you weren't at a place where you were open to dating or being with another woman, why didn't you shut it down from the very first night? Or why did you attempt to go back for a second time to go to Jersey knowing you're going to her place or something like that?
To see exactly what this is.
But if you're not ready, you should have known. You don't need to see what this is. I'm not ready. So because I'm not ready, I'm not engaging in anything else.
I don't know that I'm ready.
Oh, so at that moment, that's what you're saying. So at that moment,
I don't know that I'm ready. I'm like,
know.
I don't even know. What happened.
Okay.
I don't know what this is.
Okay.
That's why I said, let me go back.
So if you got the feeling like this could be something, you would have stayed in it.
I might have stayed in it.
Okay, gotcha.
But you, as I'm telling you, when you're at this state and you've lost a loved one, you don't know what you're feeling because your emotions are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
maybe it was still new. It was still new.
It was definitely new.
Right.
Because I hadn't dated in 20, 25 years.
Right. Yeah.
So it's definitely new.
No. I mean new as far as, I don't know. And again, it depends on the person. Perhaps maybe a year and a half wasn't enough time.
Maybe not.
Right.
But who am I to say that? I can't say that after it happened.
Right. But when you're in it and you feel like you're saying, I just thought she was going to be a friend. I'm just kicking it with a friend. Not realizing that maybe she had different intentions than what you did. And then when you realize, okay, you know what? She wants more than just a friendship right now. More than had the capacity of being able to handle. You probably should have pulled back then before you got the draws to be able to say, this isn't it. That's all, you know. If you had contacted me, I would have helped you out, bro.
Got the draws part.
I mean, if you would have contacted me, I would have helped you out, bro.
Okay, well let's touch on your situation.
Okay, so let's touch on
So how did you know, or how did you get the inkling that you could start dating again? Because I don't think that was really planned for you as well.
No, it wasn't planned. So that's how I knew it wasn't me. It was something bigger than me. And I knew it was God given for me. It was not me because I felt like, and I would tell you, like, you were like, okay, you want to get serious now? And we started by being seriously just friends. And you know that. And at that time when we were friends, I was still healing. I was really vulnerable. I was really at a bad place, to be honest. And it was nice to have a friend because I felt like that was so, for me, therapeutic. We literally would just walk and talk, and I can just tell you everything I felt, and I can just get it out, and you were a neutral party. There were times when you would tell me that I was wrong, or maybe you need to change your approach, Nikita, or you need to do this and the other, in your healing journey. This, of course, was after the divorce, but you were still helping me as a person, and that just felt great. And it wasn't even about the fact that you was a male, or maybe it was because you could see the male perspective. But for me, like, it truly, truly, truly was therapeutic. And it wasn't until, like I said, you had asked, you ready to get serious. And remember in the beginning, I was like, no, not right. Like, I just don't feel like I can give you what you need. And I just felt like I just didn't have the capacity to be able to give it to you at that moment because I still felt like I was still in the midst of healing. I felt like I was making progress, but I still felt at a dark place.
Okay.
I felt, of course, sad. I felt depressed. I felt like a failure. I felt
why a failure?
Because, yeah, sure. For me, many people look at your title of being married or you being a married woman, and sometimes they categorize you as, or see that as success. When you say that you are divorced, it gives kind of a negative connotation, like,
you couldn't even handle marriage. Okay, I got you.
So for that, and because of that, and because of labeling and things of that nature, I felt like, dang, I failed in
My
doing
marriage.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then more so, when I saw the impact that it had on my children initially, I feel like, geez, not only am I a failure in the marriage or I'm a failure as a person, I failed my children. And it wasn't until I got therapy that I realized that I saved my children. But my mindset had to change, and I had to see it from a different perspective to realize that. And not only that, I saved myself in essence as well. And this is in no place to put down on the other person because it takes two people. And at that particular time, we probably were both immature.
Okay.
And we just had suffered so much in the marriage that it was time to say, it's time to move on. It's time for something different. It's time for something new. I can't keep waking up every day and being in this dark space with somebody.
Gotcha.
And to me, it hit home when I went to the doctors, and the doctors were running tests, and they came back and they said, we've done everything we can do, ma'am. And what we've realized is that you're extremely stressed out. And if you continue on this path, it's going to end in an early death. And I had to say, okay, I have to make a change. I can't keep carrying this weight. I can't keep carrying this burden. I can't keep carrying and enduring everything that I'm dealing with.
Gotcha.
I just can't.
Okay.
And at that particular time, and I'm not saying now it's not the case because I'm not for sure where my ex is in his, his life or whatever. But that moment, he didn't have the capacity to be able to help me and help the marriage and to be able to meet me where I needed to be met at so we can be able to change things around, So again, because of all of that, I felt like I failed.
Okay.
I felt like this is something that I made a commitment to. I made it to God. And I was supposed to endure it. And I felt like I didn't do that. And then again, that was initially.
Initially, right.
After therapy, I realized I endured all that I could. I probably endured way more than what I was
more than you
supposed
should
to.
have.
Yeah. And I didn't realize after therapy that I needed to, and it's okay. And I'm here just to tell other people, especially women, even men actually, it's okay to choose yourself. It's important to choose yourself because sometimes you can be linked with a partner who isn't choosing you or don't want the best for you. And you have to have enough love for yourself to say, I deserve better. This isn't for me.
Or enough love for yourself to pull yourself out of the
absolutely.
situation.
Yeah, definitely. And let me tell you, it takes way more courage to leave than what it does to stay.
It does.
Staying and making excuses for it, staying and allowing the behavior to continue, it does not help the situation. And only you know when you've endured enough, and only you know when you said, I can't do this anymore. And when you feel like enough is enough, you're going to go ahead and move forward. So again, when you and I were just talking and being friends, that was healing for me and it helped me. And then I gave myself more time. I did therapy. You know, I got connected with God. I was doing more praying. And that all helped me. And when you're asking about the dating part, it's funny, and we talk about this. After my divorce, I had planned to get an apartment and move into the apartment and move forward with my life, right? Giving myself time and doing everything that probably the book or whatever book will maybe tell you, maybe the blueprint.
The blueprint.
Yeah, taking your time and realizing when you're ready to move on to a relationship and all this other kind of stuff, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to go live again in my apartment, dedicate my life to my children, and just whenever love finds me again, it'll find me again, right? So God said, oh, that's your plan? What they say, tell God a plan, he going to laugh?
I'm going to laugh at it.
Listen, he must have been up there cracking up, and I'm sitting here crying because I'm like, Lord, ain't nothing funny about this. So my plan did not go anywhere near his plan. So his plan was for the apartment that was approved and everything else to come back and say, oh, no, it can't be. There's been some discrepancies with your ex and some issues and some problems. So we're not going to lease this unit to you. So I said, okay, well, I'm going, fine. Kiki is going to
go to the next one.
I'm going to the next one. The next one said the same thing. I went.
All right, let's go to the third one.
Next one said the next. I said, hold on, let me get this list together. And it's funny because you and I, we laugh about this, but it was the truth. We said we got plan A through Z. And Z will be the ultimate plan after A, B, and everything else don't work, right? We went down to everything.
That we did.
None of it worked. Everything was like, no. And I'm sitting here, and this is the true story. I am sitting here, and I'm like...
Our listeners heard it before, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, God, what are you doing? Like, what in the world? And this time I was, 39, 38, something like that, 40 years old, whatever you want to call it. I have never, as an adult, not been able to acquire an apartment. I was pre-approved from home loans. I had credit cards for thousands of dollars. I had cars for thousands of dollars. I've never been in a place that I wasn't able to get approved for an apartment. So I'm sitting here like, what in the world, Lord, is happening? So we get to plan Z. And plan Z was for me to come stay with TC. You like that, God? See, I knew eventually it was going to come full circle.
Got him.
Now I'm sitting here rhyming about it, right?
Got him.
And I said, oh, my God, no. Like, I just got out of a marriage. I'm not ready to go live with nobody. Like, I absolutely cannot do it. And the Lord is my witness. I was sitting here and I did not want to do it. TC said, you can come here, babe, stay here for a little bit so you can figure out what's going on with the apartment. So get everything cleared up and then you can go on your own. I'm like, no. Like, this is new. I'm on my own. I'm supposed to do this. And I was telling myself, I said, let me see another option though. We got option Z. So then remember it was one day I took the kids and we stayed at my mom's house. We stayed there for
3 hours.
I don't even think it was that long.
Hours.
I think maybe 20 minutes.
Somebody went to sleep. And once they woke up, they were out.
They didn't sleep the entire time. That was my mom said, you can come here. You always got a home here and this, that, and other. And we went there and she's a sweetheart. She is. But Betty like how things to be Betty's way. So you got to be a certain type of person to deal with Betty. The kids walked in there. They walked around 2 steps and came back and said, Mom, is TC home now? We ready to go over there. True story. I said, oh, okay. Well, here we go. So I texted you and I was like, well, we on the way. And that kind of just did it. So again, in that moment, and we talked about this on the podcast earlier, but your home was only accommodating for you and your 2 boys. That's all the space that you had. But you still allowed me and the kids to come in and we made work and made it do. And literally, besides us making a few little adjustments here and there with you and I, we really did not have any issues. And I'm sitting here like, we supposed to have some problems or something's supposed to be going on or something. And I'm like,
he's supposed to get on my nerves.
Right. Or just anything, like whatever, anything. And like, again, I'm like, this is not the, like, Lord, no, I just got out of a marriage. I'm not trying to go into another relationship. I wanted time to be able to dissect things and do the work I need to do. And God was like, oh, okay, I hear you.
Sounds nice.
It sounds good, but this is what you're about to do. So when did I know? I never knew. It wasn't until God threw me into
to me,
it.
I did not know.
Yeah.
And to touch on my side, like you said, we were just friends,
Yeah.
texting, calling each other every once in a while, no big deal. Mm-hmm. Maybe go out to, I don't know, concert or something, no biggie. But I didn't think of it like that. I just thought, okay, she's like my best friend.
Exactly.
And who doesn't want to be with their best friend? Who
Right.
doesn't want to be there for their best friend? So when she had to move in, it was no, okay, I don't want to do this. I don't like this. No, we're going to do what we got to do, baby. Because we're friends. We're good. And from there, it just kept going up, as I'm going to call it. As she said, I'm thinking, okay, this probably ain't going to work. Kids probably ain't going to want to be here. She ain't going to want to be here. It ain't going to be long. And what was it, 6, 7 months later, when she finally goes, well, I got to do what I got to do for the kids because they got to go back to school. Of course, we were crying, packing to move stuff out and everything. But it was necessary, I believe. I think that was God showing a quick image of what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all supposed to be together. Y'all gonna sit there and pity pat around it if you want to, but nah. I didn't bring y'all together to heal each other, to not be together. So from there, of course, it is what it is. We've been dating. Of course, recently got engaged, and we're working on getting married and moving into a new house. But when you experience what you experience separately, and then when you join together and y'all are healing together, we were literally walking through this journey together. You healing from the divorce, me healing from grieving. And you don't realize how much you need people in your life until you look back at where you came from and where you are now. So
Very
I
true.
can honestly say, if Kiki wasn't in my life during this time, I don't know where I would be at this moment. I don't know where I would be. I'm just being honest. And vice versa. I would venture to say, I'm not trying to speak for you, but I would venture to say the same thing.
Absolutely.
Who knows where you would be if we wasn't there for each other?
Right.
And when you have that kind of love and support for other people, it's hard to just say, oh, well, we ain't supposed to be together.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, that ain't what God wants.
Right.
And then when you see everything that's going through, what you're going through, but yet you're able to smile because that person brings a smile to your face. Or you're able to laugh because that person makes you laugh.
Are you able to breathe again?
Or you're able to just breathe. Where, you might be having trouble sleeping. And when that person comes,
They provide a comfort to you.
They're
They provide a
peace.
peace to you. Absolutely.
that you haven't experienced in years. And when both of us had that, where, we doing little silly stuff, we literally went out to like Wawa's like every night, got snacks, and would just come watch a movie or just talk or whatever it was. And it was so amazing to have that level of love, caring, comfort, everything in a partner.
Right. That part.
In a partner.
That part. And I think you and I even talked about, we were saying, like, when do you put a time on your ability to move on?
Right.
And we said that literally,
You don't
if
know. There's no
God
time
has
on
it set for it to be the next day, if you file your paperwork today and then tomorrow God sends this person to you, that's the path that God has for you. You can't explain it. And most of the time, when people ask us stuff, when people see it, they're like, oh, we were just somewhere just a few days ago. And they
We
just
were cutting cake.
No. We
Not
were
that.
walking somewhere. Remember coming out of a store, and a lady just walked up to us.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
she
y'all are
did.
just super cute.
Yeah, she did say that. Where were we at?
Yeah, right. That's what I was sitting here trying to figure out. But again, I think that when
I
that,
thought you were talking about the cake lady.
oh yeah, that was funny too. But when it is meant to be, sometimes, and I think you even said it, like, it don't make sense. You don't understand it.
And we both have expressed this to each other. It's like time staying still. It's like it's just sitting there waiting for us. Like, oh no, y'all go ahead and take your time. I'm just gonna sit over here and wait for y'all. And it's a beautiful thing when I know I can't live without this woman in my life. I can't imagine her not being in my life. I can't wake up knowing she's not there. I can't go to sleep knowing she's not beside me. So those are the simplest things in the world. But you don't understand how much you miss those when you grieve or you lost someone.
That's true.
That's true. And it's funny, and I think we talked about this before. After my wife passed, the first probably like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, my youngest slept with me. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just thinking, okay, he's dealing with his mom's loss. But I didn't realize that he was helping me just as much as it was helping him.
Absolutely.
And when he eventually goes, okay, Dad, I think I'm going to go back in my room. I was sleeping on a diagonal in the bed because I felt like I was missing something. And I used to tell you this when we was dating. I was like, yeah, that's how I sleep in the bed now. I said, not thinking anything about it, but I guess in my mind, I'm like, I'm used to having somebody beside me, so I'm holding the person beside me where now I'm on an angle. So when it got to the point where we got to the dating and she would come over, or when she did move in for the brief moment, it just felt like home again. For me. It just felt like home again. And I was like, I don't want to not have this.
Right.
So even though, she was like, well, I want to kind of be on my own. I'm an introvert. I want to do my own thing. I was like, okay, I got you.
Right.
Not knowing, I ain't really got you. I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to be with you. I'm trying to be you. I'm trying to be your man.
Right.
So that is what I think people don't understand when it comes. So when they say time is time, when the timing is right, you'll know. That is how it is.
It is.
It really is how it is. You
don't know till
you just waking up, just doing your thing and thinking you're fine. I'm good.
Right.
Until you run into that person that you can't live without.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you realize, nah, I'm not good.
Right. Or I wasn't good.
I wasn't good. I thought I was, but I wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that kind of person, when they come into your life, it just clears your mind. And you can see very clearly what's in front of you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So from that moment when we decided, we're going to do this, we're going to date, we're going to really be in a relationship, I knew, okay, we're getting married. This is the one. Not the two. This is the one.
Not the one, but the two.
And from there, I never wavered in my thought process. I've always tried to help and be there for you in any way, shape, or form that I can. So I've never thought, okay, I'm not going to be with this woman. Ever. After that.
Right.
No matter what was put before us. Dust ups and whatever else. I never was like, oh, no, she ain't. This ain't going to work.
Right. No, you are exactly right. But I think we also discussed how our story, and this is just us, because whatever path God has us on is the path He has us on. But it's been completely unorthodox.
Every you can say that again. Everything that we thought would deter us has not. Everything that we thought, this ain't gonna work,
every single time
has worked. Everything we try to look at and be like, yeah, that's not. It somehow works out smoothly.
Even smoother than expected.
Even smoother than expected. And the growth that both of us have experienced over this time is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not trying to pat myself, and I know she's not trying to pat herself on the back. You'd be surprised if you saw us in the state that we were before we started dating.
Yeah. Broken.
You would ain't no way neither one of them gonna find love again, because both of them are extremely broken.
Yeah.
I was entrenched in trying to be single dad, doing everything for the kids. She was entrenched in trying to be single mom, doing everything for the kids. We come together. We have different parenting styles. We have a different way of how we want to do things. So we just knew we was going to bump heads on that. We're both stubborn as hell. We're both strong-willed. We both know our self-worth. There's no way these two going to work out. There's no way that's going to happen.
No.
And if you see either one of us now, it's hard to not see the other one with them.
Right.
It's hard to not see the glow or the smile or the happiness that's there between the two of us.
Absolutely.
You would think, oh, they've been together forever, as we've heard numerous times. No, we haven't. We have not been together forever.
Like, y'all been married 20-some years. We're, like,
No.
we're not even married.
We're not even married.
We still haven't told the lady a giant.
We need to go back and tell her, because she still ain't believe us. But when you get to that point where love is just there, I can honestly say I've never experienced that. And I was married once, and I'm telling you that. It was just a different dynamic.
Absolutely.
Where it wasn't forced.
Right.
It just organically happened out of nowhere.
Yeah. Sir, that part. And again, it's funny, but not so, that we both were in the state that we were in, right? Broken and dealing with a loss. And here we are just navigating that. Not thinking, okay, we're ready. But neither one of us was like, oh, yeah, Lord, sign me up. I'm ready for
I'm
a
ready
soulmate.
I'm ready to start dating again.
And then
I'm
all
ready
of
to
a
start
sudden,
doing this.
God just connects you with your best friend, and you just like, what? It becomes friendship on fire.
That's what we call it, baby.
That's what we call it.
Friendship
So
on fire.
it has been a journey. But
A journey I will take with nobody else.
Likewise. Again, because we can't explain it, it's all God.
I was about to say
He
that
gets
is
all the
the
glory.
explanation.
It is.
It's God.
It is. And people always say, you know, y'all just like this because y'all newlywed and y'all new and y'all been it. And it's like, no, you can have that type of relationship for forever.
I think so.
When you put in the work for it, you can. Now, I do want to talk about the contrary, because we've had people that have come up to us, even people that are close in the circle, that have been, what's the word? Shocked by the love that they've seen. And also, yeah, or what?
Shocking.
And some people have been against it initially because they felt like, in particular, I'm going to use the example with TC because this is a real example. In particular, they felt like they probably, or they seen their parents not move on when one lost the other. And they felt like, why would you do that? Why do you need to do that? So they felt a certain type of way, right?
Okay.
And we had to address that.
We did.
So what do you say to other people that feel like you shouldn't move on? And remember, before you start, I just want to add this point. We were talking one night. I think we were coming home from probably the house that it happened at, and you said that person doesn't know what it's like to have their spouse in the bed with them every single night for 19 years. And then one particular night, that person is gone and never comes back again.
Never comes back.
So until they can experience that, can they tell me
how I'm supposed to feel?
How
right
you're supposed
now?
to? Yes, absolutely.
No, and that was the point I probably was gonna say. Nobody can tell me
That's true.
how I'm supposed to feel.
That is true. Yeah,
You don't know.
that is true.
You have no clue
Yeah,
what it's like.
yeah.
Now, if somebody who's lost their wife or lost their husband, okay, maybe y'all can relate to it. But it's still, everybody's situation is different.
It's different. It is. Yeah. And what I would say to those people is, you don't, you can't, with anything, I just feel like you can't put a time on it. You have to go with how you feel. Because you could have known somebody for 20-some years, and that person could have put the mask on each and every day for 20-some years.
Very true.
You can know somebody for 1 year, and that person could be the most authentic person ever. So time, yes, it is valuable, but sometimes people get caught up in, you got to wait this time, you got to do this and this time. What would that do?
Wouldn't do nothing. Because if God is telling you it's your time, it's your time.
That's like you trying to say, oh no, God, I'm not supposed to die today. And this is the day he has marked for you to leave this earth.
In the book.
No matter how you trying to do it, it's going to happen on that day. I promise you. It's going to happen.
God, I think you was calling the wrong. I got the right one.
It's going to happen that day. So my message to those people is just mind your business.
No, I don't even think. I'm not even gonna say that.
I do think that because sometimes people put, and we talked about this, babe. People put their own situation on other people.
Yes, and that's fine.
You don't need to. Your situation is not the same as somebody else's.
Yes, but listen to what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
And I'll say this. Sometimes in life, you need to hear the negative. Because I'm of the strong opinion, when somebody has negative things to say about me, I'm doing the right thing. Because that's the devil saying, oh, no, I don't want them two together.
Right. But I don't think it was negative. They just was saying it because that's what they saw. They said that their parents did not remarry, so they don't understand why anybody else will remarry.
And I'll say it again. That's your situation.
Right.
It was good for me to hear that because now even somebody I'm considering a good friend is telling me I'm doing the wrong thing. In my eyes, I'm good.
Right. Do you think they were saying you're doing the wrong thing?
I don't think not to that level. But what I'm saying is if somebody has an opinion in a negative, and I'm going to call it in a negative light towards me, it's telling me, here's your confirmation that you're doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. That's how I took it. I didn't take it as them saying it as a negative thing. To me, it was me hearing what they said for me to know, just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Because if I'm getting the negative portion of it.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was negative, babe. They're just saying.
I'm using that because that's what I have to use as the wording.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I could have very easily took that and be like, oh, yeah, me and you we not good for each other. We probably shouldn't be together.
Right. Listening to that.
You know, maybe I should grieve a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. No, I could have very easily said that. Or took, especially coming from somebody I know.
Right.
I could have took that and be like, you're right. I probably do need to listen to you.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
When you know, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what somebody says or what their opinion is.
Right. And not the crazy, but the unique thing about grief is that you don't just say, okay, it's been 2 years, the grieving is over. Grieving
It's a lifetime.
Happen for forever.
It's a lifetime.
And grieving is a loss, whether it's divorce, whether it's through death, it's still a loss. So people can grieve from different things. So you have to just be patient. You have to have that understanding. And I would think for both of us, we both was able to give each other that. And maybe because we experienced it ourselves. We both were able to be compassionate with each other. We both were able to be patient with each other. We both were able to be transparent with each other. Today, I'm feeling a little down. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling this way. Mm-hmm. You know, so...
And it's funny because Kiki used to ask me all the time. Mm-hmm. She was like the day that my wife passed. Mm-hmm. I guess, it happens every year, whatever. She would ask me on that day, are you good? Mm-hmm. Everything all right? Mm-hmm. And she's a little bit different than I am, where she goes and visits her brother on the day of his death and on his birthday. Mm-hmm. So she does that every year. Mm-hmm. And I've never done that. Mm-hmm. So when she would ask me, I'd be like, no, I'm good, baby. And she's like, no, I'm asking you honestly, are you okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yes. But I'm the type of person, the past is the past. I don't forget people, but I know I can't bring them back. So I try not to take that into that light. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. My kids every year on my wife's birthday or Mother's Day, they, put a post or whatever on social media for her. Mm-hmm. That's just not my thing. Mm-hmm. So people grieve differently. Mm-hmm. People deal with loss differently. Mm-hmm. That's just not the way I deal with it. But I respect the fact that you were able to allow me to be me
Oh yeah.
in that process.
Yeah, you have
You
to
could
be.
have you could have very easily, similar to the friends, wanted to be like, well, maybe you need to go there every year and do something, blah, blah, blah. You could have very easily been that way because that's how you do it. But I respect that you were able to say, hey, if that's how you deal with it, that's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
Some
Definitely.
people can't do that. Some people, like you say, want to put their own thought process on you.
Right. Yeah.
And
And we've had very open and honest conversations. And I will sit TC down and say, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts? Like, what's going on in your head? Do you, what, it's okay. And I think when you laughed at me one time, I was like, how come you don't tell me that you miss her? And he was like, why would you want to hear that? Remember you
Yeah,
said that? I'm like, I'm your best friend. If you need to get that out and you need to tell somebody that, it's okay to say. He was like, you are my woman. Like, why would I? Remember you were telling me that and stuff. And then like you were like, you wanted to take me to some restaurant or something, but you was like, you and your late wife went there. And I was like, okay, why we can't go?
Right.
And you was like, you wouldn't go. I'm like, babe, we understand you have a past. Like, that's understandable. There were times when I cried myself to sleep because of things that I endured during my divorce. Or when I was married that came back to surface. There are things that triggered me in the very beginning of things. And you had to deal with that. You never once said, oh, don't be back. No, you understood the scenario. You understood what was going on and what came along with that. Some days I was up. Some days I was down. A lot of days I was down. And some days you couldn't solve the problem for me. And I had to get in and say, this is what I'm dealing with. I feel lost. I feel hopeless. I feel this. I feel that. And I had to apologize to you because I felt like that's not fair to our relationship or what we were supposed to build because I'm still having these issues that I got going on, you know? But you were like, no, I'm built for this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm your person. Let me help you. And in life, you need that. And perhaps we both needed that person at that time. And God sent us each other to help with that. You know? And I don't think anything's wrong with having help while you're hurting. You need that.
I'm with you, baby.
You know? And if that gravitates into a relationship and you know, you birth something amazing from that, that's awesome. It should be that way. You know, we cried together, so we've dealt with that. We've grieved together. Now we can be able to experience true love and happiness together. Yeah. I think we'll have to do part 2, babe, on all the, because we have so much more to get
What else
to.
you gotta get to?
And we have all of this information here, some questions. So you want to pause it here and let us pick up on part 2?
We can do that, baby.
All right.
All right, so.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you, and part 2 coming soon.
Yes. Next week.
Next week.
Peace.
Peace.